course, you were there. I don't know, even though you put 22,000 in here, if it's possible to be as loud as Chicago.
Well, it's not, Bob, because these new arenas have better acoustics, and the sound is lost in here a little bit. When you get in Chicago Stadium, in timeouts, you can't even talk. Show out on the screens and help and get back and take away Lambeer's outside jump shot. With Lambeer being played by Pippen, the high screen rolls are involving James Edwards now. So when Edwards rolls out...
Cartwright, you may have noticed, also pushing Edwards way out of the paint. Into Grant, open over Lambeer. The rebound is pulled down by Isaiah Thomas. Set it up again.
Detroit must take away Scottie Pippen's driving lanes. When he's allowed to drive to the basket, he has big ball games.
Cartwright, who spent an hour before this game on the drive. Tough shot. Pippen corrals the rebound. Here's Paxson.
Watch Pippen.
Follows down the lane. Offensive foul on Pippen. And that's two personals on Scottie. You mentioned it a moment ago. If he picked up a cheap second foul with
basically have gone just with Stacey King. As Neely and Armstrong and those guys start to come in, let's see how that starts to affect the game.
Michael Jordan missing again. Michael is 1 of 6 from the floor.
Ice is so big, but you really can't see it.
Pistons back by 4 now. Bulls have tied it at 25 on the Jordan three-pointer right before the buzzer.
Horace Grant wants a little payback.
Doesn't get it. Aguirre rebound here. Pippen handling the ball and running things for Chicago. Hodges really the off guard. Here's Stacey King into the paint. You've got the offensive foul on Stacey King. 1 of 13 in the last 2 ball games.
Well, our top flight statistician Marty Aronoff told us he was going to be a real key guy tonight. Lambeer and Edwards. He said how the two centers play.
Well, Lambeer has 6. Edwards has 8. Let's see if he converts all 5 of them. Neely now back to Pippen. He doesn't convert the 5-point play, but that was the opportunity.
Michael is in the game. They don't do that as often. They look to let him penetrate because the rules of the game are different when he plays.
Ed Neely called for the personal foul. He and Lambeer have been mixing it up past Neely. And Aguirre off the bench, shooting well, has 6 points.
Pippen wants to go at Aguirre. They want to isolate. They like to get BJ out of there, isolate, let him take him off the drive.
Here's BJ against Isaiah, gets it down low to King over Lambeer. Rebound Sally. Pistons by 6. Shot clock down to 6 seconds. Michael Jordan with the ball. Defense by Benny Johnson. Down to 3.
I don't know if Michael knows it or not.
1. At the buzzer. It would have counted, but Jordan misses it. He continues.
Big, and he can't get back against Lambeer to defend. Rest of the quarter now, Chicago will be shooting free throws. If Michael Jordan can get the ball inside.
Big defensive move by Benny Johnson, knocking it out of bounds on the intended pass for Jordan.
One of these teams would like to get out 10 or 12 points. The other would like to try to cut it to maybe 4 or 6.
Both teams with 4 team fouls as we head into the 2-minute period. Now a minute 30 to go first half. 7 on the shot clock for Chicago. Looking for Jordan. Where is Michael? Not to be found. 2 on the shot clock. Cartwright. Rebound Dennis Rodman.
With 4 fouls.
59-52 Pistons. Pistons, by the way, with 14 fouls now. Good. Dumars turned around from 15 feet.
Another offensive
board saved by Thomas. Spectacular play by Isaiah.
Third. Pistons by 6, but the Bulls have the ball. Guess who? Michael Jordan outside. Dumars fights a Cartwright screen. Cartwright gets it baseline. He's doubled. Clock at 5. He's in the corner. Clock at 4, and we get a whistle. And a timeout called by the Bulls. League. Hodges dumps it deep inside, and Neely goes up for the shot. He was fouled after the horn. No foul after 3. Bulls ball to start the 4th. The Pistons outscored them 26-23 in the 3rd. They lead by 8. It's 72-64. Michael Jordan had 11 in the 3rd. Joe Dumars checking him topside. Had 9. Michael misses. Now they're attacking. That's 15 turnovers. Chicago has just 6. That's why they're so close. Michael Jordan can't get it down inside. Off in the corner to Purdue, way outside Hodges. Great range, as you know. Grant had it stripped. Sally to Aguirre. Pistons by 9 again. Mark Aguirre, 5 out of 6. 1 of the 5 a triple. Purdue dishes inside to Pippen. He'll gun off the high glass. No. Rebound comes long to Vinny. VJ still with that dribble.
Foul trouble had both been sitting while this whole thing is going on. Sally contributing. Edwards, Aguirre, big off the bench. They've been the difference.
And Edwards knocked it away from Cartwright. From the basket to Aguirre. He has 18. Detroit blowing it open now, holding Chicago. Look at this, to only 71 points in this ballgame. Chicago is definitely not going to crack that 100-point mark. Michael Jordan missing again. Jordan has only 3 points in the fourth period, and Chicago is 2 of 11. Detroit feeling up. Vinny Johnson, you talk about unselfish, also 8 assists tonight, or the man they call the microwave.
Well, in Chicago, he did not play well. It's very important for him to do the job.
Jordan draws the double team. It was Sally who got his hand. Star value for that. And this game is over. The Pistons 97-83. And Mark Aguirre, who came in offensively to put the hammer to the casket for the Detroit Pistons.